Welcome back, my Mofo family and friends. Today we gonna cook oxtails. The only reason why I'm cooking oxtails is because I was walking through the Reading Terminal Market out there in Philly, and I walked past them, and they looked so good and so delicious. There was hardly no fat on them. They had it displayed beautifully, and I said, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna buy some of these." Now, oxtails is awfully expensive, and most of the time I wouldn't buy them because they're too expensive, and a lot of times you see all this fat and stuff on it. I'm not paying for all that fat. Sorry. But these look good. I don't know if you ever been in the terminal market out in Reading, Pennsylvania, out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Ready Terminal Market. It's a nice market just to go there for one day. It's easy accessible. You could drive there. You could walk around and try all the different foods. Stop at each store and try the different foods. Lucy, with the people on what we share everything. So we stopping at each place to try everything. And it's lovely. They actually got, in New York, they got the Chelsea market, but because New York City is always expensive, so everything costs a little more out there. But this place was great. So I got these oxtails, right? And if you look at them, there was like big meats of oxtails, right? I had the guy cut them in half, you know. But believe me, this is this worth $50? Honestly, I don't think so. I'm only doing it because the video, you can find like last time I cooked some beef shanks, which cost me those big shanks cost me $22. I had that meal for like 3 4 days, and it was delicious. Oxtails, if you're feeding a family, this volume is just not worth it. To spend this money, you could buy definitely something else. But we cooking these today because this is what I got. Because I want to show you. You could braise anything. We're gonna braise these oxtails, right? So the first thing we're gonna start. Last night I cleaned these oxtails because I could hear my friend used to say, "Man, you got to clean your stuff. You got to clean your meat." Yes, I cleaned these. I cleaned this with vinegar and I cleaned it with lemon. And I let it soak for a while till the blood come up, and then I rinsed them off, and then I soak them again and cleaned them real good. And I took the lemon and rubbed them all over them, made them nice and clean. So this is already clean. Then what I did next, I seasoned these things, right? I seasoned them with this complete seasoning, a little bit of that, little oil season, you know. I put a little allspice, and this is for my island friends. We gonna cook that way. Put black pepper, and I put this on this last night. I seasoned it, right? You know? And then I took the same thing that you see here. Onion, bell pepper, you can use any color you want. They're all the same. I like the red because it's good for the camera. Garlic, red onion. I use little red onion in my seasoning because red onion got a sweetness to it. It's a salad onion. So if you're gonna put it on your salad, you put it in cold water, and that would take that onion, that strong onion flavor out of it. And I use this is a habanero, right? Because I can't find the other pepper that people usually use on the island. I can't think of the name now, but hey, that's old age. But I only use half of it. I'm not gonna use no more of it because listen, my family don't like the heat, right? So anyway, I grind them up. Now you don't have to do that. That's optional. I grind them up, everything like that, and I put it in my meat. You could just chop them up and do the same thing, so you don't see it in there. But this is well seasoned oxtails, right? So now we're gonna start cooking. The first thing you're gonna have to do, before we go on, for this dish, I'm gonna put some pimentos here. This is for my Caribbean brothers and sisters out there. Yo, you mofos. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna forget use. So we're gonna use a little bit of that. You don't have to use it. That's option. Anything that you see here that you don't like, don't use it. If you don't like the habaneros, don't use it. If you don't like carrots, don't use them. You know, I'm gonna use thyme. I'm gonna use sazon because I'm gonna use the carrots. I'm gonna put the garlic. I had 2 scallions up, so why waste it? I'm gonna use it in there too. Why not? So, and flour, you're gonna use flour. And since we braise and you need liquid to braise, we're gonna use chicken stock. And this is for Tim. He said he uses Guinness stout. But when you braise something, you could use wine, you could use beer. I'm gonna use this Guinness stout today, just for you. You know, I got you covered, mofo. All right, let's go. And of course, we use tomato paste, and not get the tube because if you get the can, you use two tablespoons of it, and then you got half a can left. That's a waste. Get the tube. You could use what you need and put it back in the refrigerator for the next cook. All right, the first thing we're gonna do, let's get this started. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna turn on our pot. I should have did that already. This is me mothering, taking my dog on time. But we gonna heat the grease. I use vegetable oil. When you cooking, try not to use extra virgin olive oil. It don't hold heat. It burns. So don't use that. You know, I'm using no, I'm sorry, I'm using corn oil on this one. You can use vegetable oil, any kind of oil you want. I'm using corn oil because I like the way it cooks, you know. And to go with it, we're gonna have yellow rice. Yellow rice, because I'm not making no vegetables, it's gonna just have the carrots. Okay? So we're gonna wait till the grease heat, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna go for the okay, we gonna brown these oxtails, right? I'm not gonna put no flour or nothing on them. You can, but I'm not. I'm just gonna brown them. And if you notice, I'm using electrical frying pan because not only that we gonna use electrical frying pan, but we're also gonna do this in the slow cooker because I don't want to be standing around all day in a nice hot day on the stove. So we're gonna go with this. We're gonna brown these. Let's talk about, and then this electrical cooker can hold a lot. But look at this. This is what we bought. That oxtails is delicious, right? But if you ever notice anything that they consider soul food, because let's face it, the oxtails was the part that was thrown away. Oxtails was basically like a slave food or what we call doorway food, right? So they would give it to a slave or people don't have no money and they would get these oxtails, they would get pig feet, they would get offal such as liver and other stuff like that, and it'd be dirt cheap. We would take these things home and make a hell of a good meal with them. And not anything under that thing, such as chitlins and stuff like that. Those things cost a lot of money now. And I know a lot of people, I ain't eating no chitlins. You ever see the price of chitlins? And you find somebody gonna cook those bad boys, you be saying, good. But let's go back to our oxtails. This is $50 worth of oxtails. You think $50 is worth of oxtails? For $50 I could have got chicken. I could have got some fish. I could have got some beef. I could have got a lot of them for $50 instead of these two oxtails. After they cut them up, it's only 12 of them. That's just not worth it to me, at least for me. I mean, if you got it like that, you got it like that. But honestly, I don't. But look at this. I see people buying it. They be so thin in the store for $22, or they be all fatty and things like that. And that's what you're paying for, fat. You're paying for thinness, which is nothing there. Let's figure out other things that we can eat that be worth be a lot less money, a lot more nutrition tastes just as good. I hear today that people is using turkey necks as a substitute to oxtails. As we seen the video I made, I used beef shanks, and I'm sorry about that video. My mic wasn't on, so the first part of the video you didn't get. But you see how beautiful that braised shanks look after it's done. That was one of the most delicious meals you can have. But let's go on and let's brown these up, and I'll come back when these are browned up. Welcome back, my mofo friends and family. Now check this out, right? Look how brown the meat is. See? It's a little charred and brown like that. That's how you want your meat to look. I don't care what you cooking. This is what you want to see. You want to see that brownness. This is flavor. But the most important thing is we're going to braise this. It's not the point that we we're cooking it, we're gonna braise it. Whether you use a beef stew, oxtails, chicken, whatever you do, you're gonna braise this. You know, whatever you use it, the way what we're gonna do is braising. So we're gonna take all these oxtails and we're gonna put in the slow cooker. Cause I'm gonna say again, anybody can stand around the stove all day, but I want to be outside. And remember one thing I learned when I was growing up, and the reason why I'm not using the stove or the oven, because I learned when you cooking, if the stove and oven on, you gotta be around the house. And I don't want to be around the house. I want to do other things. So I'm gonna use a slow cooker. Right? So you take the meat out and put it in the slow cooker, like so. Look how beautiful that meat looks. Come on, camera woman. Come see how this is. This is my camera woman and my producer, and she's pretty good at what she do. And thank you for your service. Anyway, let's go. This is called braising. See the fats in there? We're gonna use that fat. You know? So we're gonna start out with our onion, our peppers, our scallion, our red onion. That in there. Let's stir it up some. Let's stir it. 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 All right. I'm gonna stir it with this. Stir it up. Come take a look. You're gonna cook this stuff just like translucent a little bit. And I know you say there's a lot of grease in there, but I'm gonna use flour to thicken up, but just a little bit because I want the flour to thicken. So you do have to use oil. Cook up a little bit, and when every time you put something in your pot, what you gotta add? Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Pepper. Salt. And a little bit of this complete seasonings. Like that. And I'm not using the allspice today because I'm going to put the pimentos. I'm going to use pimentos in my pot. So I'm not going to use no more allspice. So I'm going to put that back. You know? Take your garlic. Put your garlic in the pot. You don't want to put that in there early because you don't want your garlic to burn. Your garlic burn, it get bitter. I'm not using no more habanero because we're going to use sazon because I put that stuff on. Everything. Lose the song. Like so. Now I do look a little greasy, see? Look a little oily, but believe me, it's not. Because the flour gonna thicken this stuff up. Right? Let that cook a little bit. Right? Thyme. Put your thyme in. Herbs is funny. You use too many herbs, they're gonna overtake your pot. So don't put so much. Just a few squigs. That's it. That's all you need. Right? We might as well throw our carrots in here. We're gonna eat them. Boom. Carrots. No more habaneros. All right, let's mix them up. Mix them up. Stir 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 them up. Let it cook down some more. So look at it. Smell delicious. Smell delicious. Remember, we braising. It don't matter what you cooking, we braising. Like me, braising. Braising? Raisins, no. All right? Tomato paste. Move your stuff over like so. See? Tomato paste. Lose like a tablespoon or two. That's all you need. Pour it in there like that. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna cook this tomato paste, which I think they call that blooming, but we're gonna basically cook the rawness out of it. You don't want no raw tomato paste in your food. Just mix it around like that. Let it cook. Let it fry. Let it cook. Let's use just a touch more. Just a touch more. I think we could use just a touch more tomato paste. Touch more tomato paste. Let it cook. Let it cook. See that? You're gonna open up the flavor side of it. And you're gonna take that rawness out of it. See that? Let it cook. Right now, mix it up. Mix it up. Remember, I told you, stir it up. Stir it up. Get this pot stuff moving in the pot. Not this. Ain't it beautiful? Ain't it beautiful? It cooked down some. Now, you want to take your flour. Flour. Now you want to put your flour in the pot. Like so. And that's going to suck up all that oil that you seen in the pot. Almost like a roux. But this is going to be a thickener for your meat. Don't forget, you won't be thickening it because it's going to be in the slow cooker. So you want the thick while it's there. Yeah, look at your light now. Remember all that fat that was in? Come take a look. Come take a look how beautiful this looks. Oh, and the smell is so delicious. Oh, smell delicious. Look at it now. Woo, woo. Now it's time to use beer. We're gonna use this. You could use wine. You could use beer. You could use just the broth by itself. You don't have to use any alcoholic problems or anything like that. But let me tell you something right now. If you can't drink it, don't use it. You know they got that cooking wine in the stores. That's garbage. Don't buy it. Don't waste your money with that. Go get your cheap bottle of wine. If you can't drink it, don't use it. Right? So now we're gonna take our brazen liquor. We're gonna throw that in there. Woo! Drunken towels. Oh, smell it? Now, if this don't work, don't blame me. Blame Tim. He said Guinness stout is the best. Mmm. Woo! Look how thick it's getting now. Right? See, it's a little thickened up a little bit. Look at it, almost like a gravy. Almost like a gravy. All right, I'm going to put that much in there. This is a bigger bottle, but I'm going to stop this because the rest of this I'm going to drink. That's for me. That's for me. Once we stop. Let that alcohol cook out some a little bit. Let it cook. Let it cook. Let it cook. Let it cook. And now we're going to do chicken stock in there. Now, you could use chicken stock or you could use beef stock. I prefer chicken stock because chicken stock, for some reason, I think it flavors better. I personally think that. Chicken stock, beef stock is a little more thicker, a little more, I don't know, a little more stronger, but this gonna blend right in. All right, now, anytime when you cooking, taste your food. Taste your food. Gotta taste your food. Gotta taste your food. Oh, I forgot to put that in. That would have been good. I wasted that. No, I didn't forget that. I'm gonna pour that in there. That little juice that come from that, I'm gonna pour that in there too. Why waste it? Pour in there. Pour in there. Why waste it? Pour in there. Pour in there. That's all flavors. You building up a flavor here. Let it cook. Let it cook. Get your spoon. And it's time to taste. See what it needs. Let me tell you something. This is delicious. It's not even cooked yet. Oh man. Gotta try this at home. You know? Then you take your braising liquid. That's all you need to do. This thing gonna cook for hours. You take your braising liquid, take the drain off, and pay attention. Come on closer, watch these pour. We're gonna pour it over there. Pour it. Now it's very important that you understand. You come over here and look. Pour it over there. Pour it. All right, let me come over there to you. Oh, let me chase again. Oh my God, that's good. That's good. That's gonna be delicious. Now I want you to see something. If you look at the way this liquid is in this pot, it's not covering the meat. You don't want to cover the meat. You just want it to be braised, and so you want it barely over the meat. You know, but you can see it. Take a look. See those carrots? That's our vegetables. But see, your meat is in there, and like that. If you don't feel you got enough liquid, take a look. Take a look. Don't be scared of it. Just, that's enough. I ain't gonna put no more liquid. You could do a little more. Or maybe I better. Just a touch more, just to show you that you can do it. Don't be scared. This is cooking. Oh, you know what I forgot? This for my West Indian brothers and sisters out there. From the islands, man. From the islands. Let's throw some pimentos in there. I meant to throw that. I'm going to throw that little bit in there just for them. Just celebrate. You know, Labor Day just passed. It was carnival time. Oh, boy, let's celebrate for our people. Let's celebrate our people. Yes, let's celebrate our people. That's the pimentums in there. Woo, that's for you. Or you mofos. From the Caribbean, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Aye. Let's go. Let's go. Let me hurry up because my producer's already saying I'm running too long. My hands is already moving. Hey, hurry up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. No. All right. If you feel that you don't have enough liquid in there, put a little more liquid in there. There you go. Just like that. Come take a look how beautiful this pot looks. That's all you need. That's all you need. Don't put no more in there. And then take your thing. Put your cover on it. I'm going to put it on high. You can put it on low if you want to do all day cooking. You know, for about 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours. I put it on high. I'm probably cooking for 5 hours. But in 4 hours, I'm going to come and check it and see how it is. Because I want the meat to fall exactly off the bone. I want to pick the meat up and enjoy the bone too. I mean, this is, you know, you got to enjoy everything about it. But I'll see you guys next time.